Hi there guys, it's Joey, and these are two new items for the store that were a request, which is the Goddess Brigid, Mistress of the Mantle, Spell Orb and Spell Cauldron. So I created these on Imbolg and the energy was off the chain. It was wonderful, wonderful. So the energies of the Mistress of the Mantle are designed to honour the Celtic goddess Brigid, who rules over healing, poetry and smithing, and is attributed with powers of the spoken word, particularly sacred to the bard tradition in the Celtic pantheon. For my part, I think of this goddess as being intertwined with the many forms of alchemy, the ability to infuse and change all different forms of matter with magic. In smithing, the alchemic process can be mundane as well as magical, as items come together from separate parts and grow into something greater still. For example, it is said that the mightiest of Celtic weapons were infused with magic and led their bearers to great victories. In healing, the alchemy comes from the potion and the herbs and the energies of wellness and recovery being the ultimate result, the magic and the alchemy of creating wellness. In poetry and song, the bard infuses the spoken or sung word with personal magic so that their songs take flight, inspiring the hearts of many, recording history in oral form and teaching humanity the moral lessons of our forebears. The Spell Cauldron and the Spell Orb took a little bit more of the bride aspect. So I have this image of the goddess Brigid in my head, and there are sort of two. There's one which tends to be a little bit more floral, a little bit more of the bride, a little bit more of the welcoming back of the light. It's a little bit gentler. And then the other one's a little bit more warrior-esque with the fiery arrows of Rowan and justice and smithing, and I tend to feel that she resides in both of these. And for this particular duo, it's on the slightly softer side, rather on the more smithing, more slightly warrior but not quite energy, the justice energy. I decided to really it was more about light for these two, and that's just how it came into being. It was the coming back of light, the grace and beauty. There was the swan energy weaving through. There's the swan song and the poetry and the healing element for certain, but it's very, very spoken word. It's very, very light. It's very, very solar, but not in a very, very, you know how it's that gentle light before spring, and it's warming the earth up gently. We're not in full overload solar festival energy at all yet. We're in the gentle, warming, beautiful energy of spring, coming into spring. We're not even quite there yet. It's just that thawing of the world around us in Imbolg, and that's definitely the energies that went into these two particular items. So we'll do the Spell Orb and then I'll move it because it drives me mad that I can see myself in them. No, I don't want to see myself in it, thank you very much. So we have a lovely lavender ribbon, and I changed it slightly from the pendant had the blue, because I wanted the pendant to be a little bit more on the healing side, whereas I think this one had a touch more of that warmth and light and romance and bride energy. So we went with that for this one, and the swan charm. And again, as you should know by now, with the spell orbs, there is the spell scroll and the crystals and the herbs, and everything comes together to form a poetry. I'm going to have to move it because it's driving me mad. A poetry, a beauty, a song. Everything should have its song, and otherwise it's just things lumped in into a ball, and that's not what the spell orbs are about at all. They've never been about that. They've been about the accumulation of poetry, of song, everything, every herb, every flower, every crystal chosen so it harmonizes, it resonates together to create poetry, song and beauty. So I'm going to attempt to show, there you go. And then we have the spell cauldron. Spell cauldron mirrors the spell orb for the ingredients, the herbs, the chosen, the song, the beauty that's going on with this light, this warmth. There is a gold shimmy shimmy. You know, if it's shimmy shimmy, you know it's starry-eyed. And the slight gold shimmer for the solar aspect of the goddess Brigid. So I hope you like them. They were a request. I am very likely to make these available regularly. I really do like them a lot. I think they're beautiful. They came out perfectly. I created them on Embolg. I had that energy flowing through, and it came together in this harmony. I love it. I love how that alchemy from the goddess Brigid just flew through on the wings of swans, basically. And it just had this grace and this regality of this energy just flowing, just becoming, and I just thought it was beautiful. So yeah, so I hope you like them, and many blessings.